Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for this Wednesday, May 1st, 2019. My name is Savannah Quintero. In this week's episode, Chris Reynolds will talk to local residents about their excitements and disappointments with the delayed opening of the new library. In national news, we'll be covering Governor Newsom's proposed plans for the future of California. And in local news, we'll cover what the San Jose City Council is contemplating. In entertainment, Maxine will fill us in on all things entertainment. Our ace reporter Brenda Godinez will be bringing us our live shot this morning. Then, Jonathan Michiano will speak with students on Chabot campus about the blockbuster movie Endgame. And in sports, we'll be filled in on Pavelski's replacement. And in uplifting news, we'll suggest some movie fan favorites, now playing to help you relax and relieve from your stress. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. After a shooting at the Chabad of Poway Temple in San Diego left one woman dead and two injured on April 28th, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced spending $15 million on increased security at soft targets like synagogues. He said he will include the money in his $144 billion general fund budget proposal. The California Legislative Jewish Caucus requested for the funding and called for the funding for the nonprofit security grant program to increase. California has previously spent $4.5 million to elevate the nonprofit security grant program, which supported nonprofit organizations like private and nonprofit schools, LGBTQ organizations, women's health groups, and religious congregations since 2015. It was self-evident they needed to do more, Newsom told reporters. That money plays in comparison to the need for mosques, for synagogues, and other institutions. Florida Senate is pushing for legislation that could allow Florida teachers to be armed. However, they are now facing opposition from local school boards. The legislation permits local school boards to have a say in the issue, and majority have already objected the bill. Representatives from Hillsborough County, which includes Tampa and Lake County, which is north of Orlando, said their districts would not be arming teachers. Tamara Schamberger of Hillsborough County Public Schools said the idea is not a good fit for Hillsborough. And Bill Mathias of Lake County School Board supports the proposal, but said there's plenty of security in his county already. We sent our reporter Chris Reynolds on a special assignment to speak with local residents of Hayward about their excitements and disappointments with the delayed opening of the new Hayward Public Library located in downtown Hayward, and find out the current needs and concerns. Chris?
Hello. I'm standing from the new downtown Hayward Public Library's main branch here in Hayward, California. Granted, now, this branch back there was supposed to open September of last year, 2019. But unfortunately, they've been hit with several setbacks and delays, under budgeting and design modifications. So the question on everyone's mind now is, when are they going to open?
You know, that's a real good question. My daughter's been asking me about this library too, and I'm just like, oh no, baby, like we waiting on it. Like, we got the brand new building right here. It's just a matter of time. So I really couldn't tell you guys, but they need to hurry up and open it ASAP.
I mean, are you a little bit sad they've tore down like this park?
I mean, I don't necessarily look at it as being disappointed. I look at it like when things come down, things come up. So yes, they did tear the park down, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be building something there that's should be needed in the community, whether it be homes or, you know, establishment where people can get jobs, things like that. Definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to be built right there as well.
When do you think the library will open up, the new library?
I'm actually not sure.
I mean, do you want it to open soon?
I mean, yeah. need to learn as much as I can, really.
Now, officials at City Hall are a little bit scared to give a set date, because they don't want to disappoint the public again by missing another opening date.
No, unfortunately, they actually tricked us because they made a big celebration. We were extremely happy. I am fortunate enough that I live just across the street of the library, and the issue we are having right now, we used to take my little boy to the old library. Now they even took out the old library. We just have noise, and we don't know exactly when they're gonna open.
So once again, the question on everyone's mind is, when are they going to open? And the answer is, nobody knows for sure. But hopefully, we here at Chabot TV will be on hand to give you the full coverage of the opening day festivities. In Hayward, California, for Chabot TV Network News, I am Christopher Reynolds.
Thanks, Chris. And now for our local news. A motorcyclist who was pursued on the Bay Bridge on April 30th died after crashing near the Fremont Street exit in San Francisco. According to the California Highway Patrol, the motorcyclist was traveling at a high rate of speed west of Treasure Island and didn't have a license plate displayed. Around 7:35 a.m., he led authorities on a brief chase until he crashed. The rider was later brought to a hospital where they were then pronounced dead. The name of the motorcyclist has not been released, and the fatality is being investigated by the CHP Golden Gate Division Multidisciplinary Accident Investigation Team. San Jose City Council is considering a plan that could make it illegal to attend a sideshow as a spectator. The ordinance will make it illegal to knowingly be a spectator at a street race or sideshow, either while the show is underway or people are preparing for it to begin. Spectators could get a misdemeanor or face fines up to $1,000 or 6 months in county jail. This comes after an incident in San Jose where a car struck an innocent bystander last Halloween. In a written memo to the City Council, San Jose Police Chief Eddie Garcia wrote, "Given the important role spectators play in encouraging, popularizing, and facilitating these events, discouraging their participation would be an important step in combating the problem." Now, let's toss to Maxine to find out all things entertainment.
Empire actor Jussie Smollett's fate continues. Empire cast members rallied around the disgraced actor in an act to help save the actor's character on the hit show. Smollett, as you may recall, was accused of concocting a scheme that claimed that he was a victim of a homophobic hate crime. It was later disclosed that Smollett concocted the ruse as a way to gain sympathy and, in turn, convince Empire's producers to raise his salary. Empire is returning for a 6th season, but it seems Smollett's character, Jamal, will not be returning. On Monday evening, film director John Singleton died from a massive stroke at age 51. Family members, under doctor's consultation, authorized Singleton to be taken off life support. Singleton gained notoriety in 1991 for his direct debut and lifetime magnum opus Boys in the Hood, a searing saga that reveals the bleak and dangerous circumstances and challenges of inner-city Black youth. Singleton's film became a powerful voice that addressed the challenges of inner-city youth that Hollywood ignored. Singleton was only 23 years old in 1991 when the film debuted. Boys in the Hood won Singleton a Best Director nomination. He was the first African-American nominated for Best Director. Rest in peace, John Singleton. You gave a voice to those who cannot speak for themselves. Now back to you, Savannah.
Thanks, Maxine, for that wonderful information. Now, let's go to Brenda Godinez with our live shots from this week and find out information about the Cinco de Mayo celebration happening here in Chabot. Brenda?
Hey friends of the Hayward area, it is finally May. Welcome to a brand new month. Are you looking for something fun to do this Cinco de Mayo weekend? Why not join your community at the Cinco de Mayo Festival this Sunday at downtown Hayward? There will be music, food, drinks, and fun activities for everyone in the family to enjoy. Some of the local coffee shops, such as Echo Coffee Bar and Tea House, are participating and are launching strawberry mango crepes, exclusively for Cinco de Mayo weekend and are available for a limited time only. Sounds delicious. So go on down and have some cultural fun this Cinco de Mayo weekend. Back to you, Savannah.
Thank you, Brenda. And now for some Chabot news. There seems to be a rising concern about Chabot College regarding if there is enough space in the balcony located by the student life area. Alicia Young and Serena Luker, writers for the Chabot Spectator, even wrote a story where they state the amount of people in the balcony is high during peak time is even worse. They even state a question to the public if this may be considering a safety issue with the amount of people in such a small place where you could risk falling off the balcony. All students really want and need is a place to go relax and relive the stress that sometimes college life brings to the students who live it. For now, we just might have to hang out on the balcony. Big Reed Alexander, a Chabot alumni who has made it in the radio world, as stated in the Chabot Spectator, Big Reed used to come to Chabot College to become a DJ in the local radio stations, such as 99.7 Now. He started off in the KCRH radio station in Chabot, where he chose to study radio broadcasting, and later on made it into the career that he would live. Big Reed made it, now an evening DJ on weekdays on 99.7 Now. He is grateful for what he has been offered to him to expand his career. Hopefully, he continues to be blessed. We wish all Chabot students to get blessed and to become successful.
Go. Hey guys. So Avengers Endgame was released last week, and a lot of people have seen it. So let me ask some of these students around campus what their favorite MCU film is. Well, let's take a look.
I think my favorite MCU movie would have to be. It's really hard to pick, but I think it would have to be. I think Ant-Man. The reason behind it is because it's a lot of fun. It's basically a heist movie with superpowers, and the effects are great. And I recently learned apparently about that movie. The blasters for Yellow Jackets blasters are the same noise from the AT-ATs from Star Wars. The big walker things in the snow planet is the same noise. You just have to listen for it.
Hey guys, I'm from Chabot, and my favorite MCU movie is Iron Man 3. I like it because, it shows what Iron Man can do without the suit, and he doesn't need the suit to always be like a hero. And so that's why I like it, and it's probably like my favorite one.
My name is Adrian, and my favorite MCU movie is Iron Man 1 because I like how it's futuristic. Yeah, that's it.
My name is Rami, and my favorite MCU movie was Ant-Man because it was funny and it had comedy and romance in it.
Okay, I gotta say my favorite MCU movie is probably Infinity War. Infinity War is my favorite because it brought something different to the field when it comes to Marvel movies. It brought you a villain that you honestly kind of not necessarily sympathize with, but one that you can understand that he views himself as the hero to his own story, so therefore he really believes in what he's doing. Thanos was like such a different and great part to add to the MCU to probably be the best villain that they've had. And this is like the first, it also brought like, deception and like kind of, it was the first time you see all the heroes lose. Like at the end of the movie, they are defeated. They got their ass kicked, and like, we've never seen that before. Every movie ends in like a winning scenario, but this one, this is the first time like, oh my God, they lost, and then they cut it off right after he just. Sorry, I'm just gonna get hella mad. That's gonna piss me off. But yeah, honestly, storytelling wise, it was probably the best Marvel movie. Shout out to Joe and Anthony Russo. Oh geez, if y'all don't know, Captain America: Winter Soldier. America's ass. Then that's America's ass.
Hey guys, Tito. My favorite movie was Black Panther. Very, very Black Panther. It's a good movie. Why? I believe it was very towards a culture that I respect a lot. It was nice to look at. It was very lovable. There was a dynamic between the brother and sister, which I love and can relate to. I love that part. And the part that is always there's no other place like home, man. And there ain't, man. So back to your. So yeah, that's my favorite movie.
That's all for Man on the Street this week. Back to you guys in the studio.
And now we'll go to Ronaldo Severio with top 5.
Thanks, Savannah. 2019 is a year for movies. And according to Google, the top 5 anticipated movies of 2019 so far are of the following. Number 5, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I actually have no knowledge of the Godzilla series whatsoever. However, we can expect some good old-fashioned dinosaur brawling. King of the Monsters is set to release May 31st. Number 4, Toy Story 4. Being a fan of the first 2 installments in the series, I was unfortunately disappointed in the third film. The fourth movie seems to be creating a huge amount of buzz once again. Fans of the series can expect the usual characters to return. Toy Story 4 is set to hit theaters June 21st. Number 3, Shazam. Shazam seems to be your average typical superhero movie. The movie is currently in theaters and has received positive reviews from critics. If fantasy and sci-fi flicks are your genre, this film seems to be the one for you. Number 2, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel seems relative to the Avengers series. However, she seems to be fighting her own battle in space with this film. She gets assistance in battle from Nick Fury and Captain America. Captain Marvel is currently in theaters and is on the list of top box office films for the week. And finally, at number 1, Avengers Endgame. Being a fan of the Avengers series way too late, I was pleased with the finale in the series. Having a total runtime of 3 hours and 2 minutes, the film did not seem that long to me actually. Long story short, the Avengers assemble once again to try and defeat Thanos once and for all. Endgame is currently the number 1 box office hit and has already received $1 billion worldwide in just 5 days, breaking world records, many records. If you haven't seen it yet, get ready for some laughs, tears, and one heck of a twist. Now back to you, Savannah.
Thank you, Ronaldo. And now our uplifting segment. Being born with cerebral palsy, Johnson Simon has been teased nonstop because of his limitations. Simon figured out a way to express how he feels and what he has dealt with throughout his lifetime. Simon has become a natural artist. He paints how he feels and creates paintings of hardships during his lifetime. I find this idea motivational and inspirational. It provides more input on people with disabilities, whether they may be physical or mental. It does not mean disabled people are incapable. Great job, Johnson Simon. And now we go to Jonathan Michiano with sports.
Thanks, Savannah. The Sharks do not have a true replacement for Captain Joe Pavelski, either on the ice or off. Pavelski is still out recovering from a head injury. Gus Nyquist filled Pavelski's spot with Logan Couture and Timo Meier in Game 1. On his goal, Nyquist got away from a check by Nikita Zadorov and got to the front of the Avalanche net. Philip Grubauer, was there to make the first save, but Nyquist swooped in, collected the puck, took a stride and lifted it over Grubauer. This earned praise from Sharks coach Pete DeBoer on Saturday. Quote, "I thought he was really good. We've been waiting for that type of impact. The effort's been there, but we haven't had a game like we got last night, which is something he needs to build on and bring some more of." End quote. Nyquist will likely continue to have an increased role as long as Pavelski and Jonas Donskoy remain unavailable. The Warriors didn't play their best Sunday, not by a long shot. They were injured, tired, rushed, and undisciplined. The Houston Rockets had their rivals exactly where they wanted them in Game 1 of the semifinals. And yet the Warriors won. Curry hit the game-winning shot, but he found himself in foul trouble on Sunday. The threat of the Rockets demanded that Warriors be on their best behavior. They did well enough to win, but the formula for a victory was probably a one-off. It might be only the second round, but these are arguably the best two teams in the NBA facing off. Energy and focus with the Warriors' talent. When they put those two things together, they don't believe they can be beaten. You can call it arrogance if you want, but they're yet to be proven wrong. That's all for sports today, and back to you, Savannah.
Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.